this video, I'm gonna break down the process for getting an architectural project completed. And when I say an architectural project, I am talking about a remodel, an addition project, an ADU, or even a build-up. Okay, so let's talk about it. So, architectural arc project, right? This is a whiteboard session. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jay and I'm the founder of Asbuilt LA and JCAD. I run a drafting service in Los Angeles, and I'm gonna continue back to the topic. All right, so when it comes to an architectural project, I'm gonna break it into two major phases, okay? So we have phase one, which I'm gonna call plan check, okay? And I also like to call it the papers phase. And then the second phase is basically construction. All right, and this is when your contractor or general contractor and subcontractors get involved. Now, so that's the plan check phase. I'm gonna lean more into the plan check phase because my services are more involved typically in this phase, and then this phase is usually with builders and contractors and developers. But anyway, the plan check process, let's say we are doing, let's talk about, I'm gonna talk about addition projects. Let's focus on that for now, remodel. The process still applies for ground ups, but I'm just gonna talk about the stuff that I am mostly familiar with. So an addition, remodel, ADUs. And you will notice that this is, I'm talking about residential projects, but even commercial, it also goes through the same phase of like, first we do a plan check with the city building and safety department, and then it goes into the construction. So the plan check phase, on the first phase of the project, any project of these, typically the first thing you need to do, like when we're starting on the project, we need to get measurements, or what is also commonly known as-built drawings. Okay, so in this phase we typically go, this is actually my service, this is what we do. We would go to a property, we would measure it inside and outside, and we would draw what is the existing layout. Okay, so this is existing layout, and it's just a collection of drawings that do not show what is proposed. It's not showing what is going to happen. It's only showing what you currently have at the property. All right. So after this is completed, the next phase is the architect or the drafter or your designer will basically take our drawings. Sometimes we design as well, but anyway, the next phase is going to be the design phase. Okay. So design phase. So in the design phase, we would create, or another designer would create, proposed drawings. Drawings that would show how the new layout is going to look like. So let's say you are changing your kitchen layout, you had a single sink and now you want to make it a double sink. So the as-built will show, the existing drawings will show that you had a single sink, and then in the design drawings it will show proposed work. Okay, so here is proposed drawings. Now, the design phase typically is between the designer and the homeowner or the property owner. So it will be a back and forth to make sure everybody is aligned and they agree on the layout and how things are looking like. Mostly it gets done in 2D, sometimes in 3D. Some people like to pay for renderings or to see what is going on. This is pretty handy, especially for commercial. If you are doing a cafe or a restaurant, you want to get the look of the project, so 3D and rendering becomes really important versus residential, and you're doing something simple, it might not require that much work. But anyway, so that's the design phase. Once the owner and the designer agree on the layout, everybody's happy, then now we move to the architectural phase. Okay, architectural drawings phase. So the architectural drawings are basically detailed drawings that basically add all the construction details, it puts the design drawings into a format that is compliant with the city building and safety departments. Okay, so the architectural projects, almost all of them need to go through building and safety. I'm gonna add them right here. Depending on your city, it could be called just building department. And then there's typically a planning department as well. Now there are more agencies involved in reviewing the project, and maybe I will talk about that in another video. But for now, I just want to give the breakdown of the project based on the plan check phase and then the construction phase. Right? So the architectural drawing phase, these are basically blueprints for the city, and they have to be code compliant, and it's in a format that the city accepts to take in to review the project. So if it's not prepared correctly, the city or the building and safety department might deny your building application until you need to do this properly. Some people think they will sketch and go show the city like, hey, I just want to do a simple kitchen. More than often they just tell them, no, go do it right, get someone who knows what they are doing, or like to put the drawings in a format that we accept in a compliant way, in a code compliant way, and add all the relevant notes, and then they will accept the application, and they will do the review for the project. Okay, so the architectural drawing phase typically also involve sub-drawings that also get attached to this set. So this is where typically engineering gets involved, engineering drawings, but after the design is done, the architectural drawing set, I will say this, I'll call this phase instead of, I'll call this set actually instead of phase, because it's a set of drawings that are typically prepared by multiple professionals. So engineering drawings, so engineering, let's just keep it at ENG for now, engineering drawings. And then the engineering drawings usually also get split into two drawings. You have structural typically, and then you have something called Title 24 or energy reports. Depending on the project, there might not be a requirement for Title 24 reports or energy reports, but typically for all ADUs, like it is architectural drawings that are showing the existing, the proposed of the floor plan, and then elevations, and then sections, and then you will need a structural engineer to work with you in a Title 24. So this is the city phase. Now, after this set is bundled, then there is an application. Then you would fill an application to file for a building permit, and then you will put the information, the explanation. You have to pay fees for the city to take your drawings and review the project, and then review the architectural drawings. And that process typically is called expediting process. Expediting, I might be misspelling it, forgive my English. Okay, expediting or submittal process, submittal phase. Alright, so this is typically like after going through all of this, the expediting is where things go. Someone will take it to the city. It is always best to let your designer handle this, because not only the building and safety is involved, typically other agencies review the project depending on the scope. and that, like, some of them are difficult to find or to approach. There's a phone number or an email or a location you need to go to, so it's best to leave it with the designer. But without going too much detail into that, so when the drawings are given to the city, they will review it, and then typically they will have comments. The comments, typically, they just want to see the drawings, they want to make sure everything is compliant, and if they have comments, they would ask for clarification on why certain things are drawn a certain way, why did the engineer specify a certain beam size or a post size. So they would ask questions to both the architectural designer and to the engineer, and to whoever other consultants are involved in the project. Other consultants sometimes get required, like a survey, a land survey, or a soil report, or a soil engineer, and then you would ask for the soil report. And then there are other other consultants, but they would issue a set of comments on the drawings, and then it goes back to the architectural drawing set, and then the designer would address it, then it would go back to the city. It might go back and forth a few times to address everything and make sure that everything is answered and clarified, and the building plan checker is happy. So the person involved in this, let me actually spell out their name. The plan check process from the city side is reviewed from a plan checker. So this is like the official from the city who actually take a look at the submittal package. All right. So once the plan checker is happy with everything and he or she approves the project, then the building permit is ready to be issued. Okay. So if this is success, then this becomes something called the RTI phase, or ready to issue permit. Okay, and that's when the construction happen. That's when the construction phase start happening, and now you would get a contractor or a general contractor. You can do an owner builder. You can pull an owner builder, the permit based on that, and basically let's just spell RTI. It's called ready to issue. So whoever is going to be responsible for the construction, they will pull the permit. That's like the common term for this. Pull the permit. They will put their license with the city and say like, hey, I am this person, I'm licensed to do work, and I will be the one responsible for doing the construction for this architectural project based on the plan check and these approved set of drawings. And that's when the construction happened. And then construction typically goes into multiple phases. So one of the first phases is, of course, foundation. And I'm just going to mention a couple of these. They can go into like multiple phases depending on the complexity of the project. So let's say we're doing a ground up and we need to do we need to do foundation. So you would do the foundation, or the contractor would do the foundation first, and then the person from the city that would come to check that out, they will send someone called the not the permit expediter. So we have the plan checker, and then we have, from the city side, we have an inspector. And this is when inspections start happening for the project. And this can go several times, but typically there's at least like 3 phases. So the first one is foundation, then you have framing. I'm gonna call it the 3 F's. So foundation, framing, and then finishes. That's when you put the electrical, the plumbing. I am oversimplifying it. There's obviously someone else can break down this some more, because I'm not too familiar with construction. I'm more familiar with the plan check phase. And anyway, my goal is to break down the process into like master processes that go into the process of getting a project, an architectural project, approved. So once the inspector goes through the foundation, the framing, and the finishes, they might not approve it. They might ask that changes happen to the project. And if they do that, then you will gonna have to keep calling the inspector until the inspector is happy with the work. Then they will approve the foundation, then they will approve the framing, then get it to go through the finishes and make sure everything is good, electrical wise, plumbing wise. And then finally, if you are building a new unit, then the final goal here is to get to the point where you have the certificate of occupancy, which is COOP, or COO basically, sorry. So certificate of occupancy. Right? So once you get to that, then the project is complete. Not all the projects require a certificate of occupancy, but if you're doing an ADU or you're doing a ground up, this is when the project is basically fully approved and you can rent it out, and the city considers the building safe to be habitable and you can rent it out and you can do whatever you want with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.